Ah!
Hello, everyone.
We're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys up for this?
Hell
Yeah.
This symbol.
So's my internet. Okay. Welcome to Are You Serious? Oh, that's the big one. Let's do a smaller one. There you go. We're not that serious. Good to see you guys.
Little bit.
So, wow. And welcome to those of you who are watching now or in the future. I never really believed in the future. But here it is.
Sorry to hear that.
We've got Willow, Aniela, Dash, Danny
Hey.
Boy, Daniel, and Joshua. If you're confused by Daniel and Danny Boy, tune out now because you're easily confused.
They're on the
It's
same
tripping
team, so it's okay.
It really is. They're the same person, really.
Same barber, same team.
Same avatar. Yes. Danny Boy is just Daniel's avatar in the other.
Yes.
So how are you doing? Willow, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm picking all of the sock fuzz off of my feet right now. Is that too much information?
That's too much information.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's-
Willow, though. It is Willow. And Yella, what's up?
Doing good.
Good. Dash, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. It was fun. I took my cat on a car ride today. She did not like it at all.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It depends. I have one cat. We drove up to he and I hurricane. We evacuated hurricane time, and he and I were in one car, and we drove all the way to Atlanta, which took us like 27 hours in the traffic and all that. And he was cool with it. He was absolutely freaking cool. So, and with another cat would never have done it. So you never know. What kind of car?
A Dodge Charter.
Oh, you should like that. I mean, that's a car. There's ever
Spacious.
He might not be a Mopar. Might not be a Mopar cat.
There's plenty of legs room,
Oh.
Yes, that's the blue team.
And you're proud of that. Good.
Yeah. Okay. So, Danny Boy, how you doing?
Feeling great. Finally, 100% recovered from the vids. So I'm back in action.
Okay.
My liquor bill has steadily risen, so I know I'm feeling good again.
That's good. Something's rising. Hey, Daniel, what's up?
When I'm not being called the super villain of this show, I'm being called the superhero of this show. Which I'm going to be tonight? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Well, I don't know, but this show is fixed. It's fixed. And you are. Oh, sorry.
You sound like someone I know.
I know. That's the only resemblance. Joshua, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well tonight, Tom.
Yeah, doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you're not. I don't
I'm
know
not.
why. No, yeah, you look a little pale. You feeling all right?
Look a little pale.
I used to hate when people.
It's a filter.
I used to hate when people said that to me. Are you all right? You're looking a little. I felt fine until you said that. Yeah.
I don't know if I can get much paler.
That's true. It must be the beard and the hair and the fact that you're Caucasian.
Very, very Nordic.
Yes, very. So that's who we are. In case you can't read type going up and down. And what do we do and how do we do it? It's a really fun game. If you're an improviser, by the way, you can join us at some time. We got all kinds of people joining us doing this. Just let us know. Each one of our panelists tonight has shared with me and only me some little true factoid about their life, something that they've done or something that's happened to them. And I'm going to display one for each one of them tonight. They don't know what I'm going to display. And I might have substituted it with some piece of bullshit that I made up. Either way, they're going to have to defend it as though it's real. And whichever side guesses truth or lie correctly the most often doesn't win anything but wins the game. And it's kind of like an endless Nordic track. You just go. You think you're skiing, but you're still in your living room. Okay, so let's get started.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. 7 minutes in. That'll be the earliest we've ever actually started playing this game. I should bullshit some more. No, I shouldn't. So let's figure out captains. I think Dash, you probably have the edge in at bats. It's probably close, but I think you probably do.
Okay, well, whatever.
So how about you and Danielle? Sorry, Danny boy.
Wrong
Daniel,
Dan. Damn it.
Daniel, that and the fact that you're on the blue team and you're actually wearing blue. Thank you.
Leadership. That's leadership, Tom.
That's leadership. That's that.
And Dash is wearing red. Look at this. Is this planned?
Oh.
Yeah.
No one has ever watched this show and thought to themselves, "This is planned."
except
Casey.
Casey, yeah, I was going to say.
He's actually not a person. He's actually a meme. We will start, as we always do, with this square right here. It's technically a rectangle, but it's a square. Square enough. So, Willow, are you ready for your thing?
I'm so terrified, but I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Willow.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get ready.
All right. Here's Willow.
When I was little, my sister convinced me that I'd been adopted from a Russian family.
Let me start with, do you have a little sister?
No, I don't. My older sister. I was little and my sister is older than me. Yeah.
Is there a reason why she chose Russian family and not like, hey, they're Welsh, a Welsh family left you on our doorstep? Or
Welsh would have made more sense because I don't think
Right.
my given name is particularly Russian. I think it was just like, I don't know. I have light hair and I've got light eyes, and Russian people have light hair and light eyes. I don't know. Maybe that was it.
Okay. How did she convince you?
She kind of got my parents in on it as well, which is kind of abusive, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Well, not in Russia, but
Yeah.
Right.
They
That's
just, I don't know, they would like tell me stories about the family that they got me from.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible.
Yeah, like tell me stories about my Russian mother and father who decided that they didn't want me anymore.
wait, at what point did like you figure out it was a lie for real? When did this Cold War thaw?
when did glasnost happen in your house?
I think I just got to an age where I picked it apart. I got too smart for them. I outsmarted them. I think I was like 7 when I figured it out, which is quite a long time to think that I was Russian and my family adopted me.
Oh, Jesus.
But it made sense because my siblings' names are all pretty normal. Like my 2 sisters are Emily and Natalie, and then my brother's Ethan, which are pretty like standard names. But then Willow is kind of left field, like a bit of a weird name.
There's suddenly a tree, you know?
Yeah.
Not just any tree.
Yeah.
A willow tree.
You could have been you could have been Wormwood, which is
Yeah.
actually Chernobyl. In Russia.
Natalie,
There you go.
Ethan, and Spruce over there.
So, Willow, what you said that it took a while. What age? When was this? When they told you? How old were you?
I was 7. Yeah, they didn't exactly tell me. I think I got to a point where I was like, okay, this has to not be true. I'd figured out that Santa wasn't real. I figured out that the Tooth Fairy wasn't real.
So
Santa's not real.
you were 7 when you figured out that it wasn't true.
Yeah.
How did you take it?
I don't know. It was. I think I definitely like secluded myself for a couple days because I felt so betrayed and like hurt that my family had told me a lie for my whole life.
Your whole 7-year life, yes.
My whole massive. I mean, that's a lot of years when you're 7 years old. That's your whole
That's
life.
also really cool.
So they were telling you
Yeah,
since you were. They were telling you since you were like a little, like you've never known them to be your parents until you were 7. Is that what you're saying?
since I was old enough to process thought. Yeah.
I'm hoping this is a lie. I'm really hoping this is a lie. This is horrible.
Yeah.
Willow, I'm sorry to break this to you. We've got your real family backstage. Bring 'em on. Vladimir and Natalia, come on out.
Oh,
It is nice to see you.
What the statute of limitations on child abuse?
I think I'd even got to the point where I told my teachers this story that I was adopted from Russia and I'm actually Russian. Yeah.
did they force you to eat like a? Sorry, go ahead, Tom.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, did they have like a separate dinner for you that, because Russian people ate differently than your family?
Yeah, they made me eat at different intervals, and they fed me whatever Russian food is. I don't know. I think I was gonna say pierogi, but I'm pretty sure that's Polish.
Yeah.
Well, for a while, Poland was Russian, so
Yeah.
I have a question, but I can't ask it because you're on my team, so I'm going to wait until you.
You can ask. You can
No,
ask.
I'm going to ask the question after you guys actually.
Here, wait. Aniela, whisper
Comment
whisper
below
it to me.
if
Whisper it to me.
ever
I'll ask
come
it.
ahead of my family, friends or teachers. I don't think ever my family friends ever knew about it, but I think I told my teachers. I don't know if they believe me or not, but I told my teachers that I was, because I also had a British accent when I was young, so they're probably like, "You're in Florida, you had a British accent, and you were adopted from a Russian family." I don't know.
what do you mean when you were young?
You're a liar.
I hate to break this to you, but you still have a British accent.
Yeah, you still got
Damn it.
I don't hate to break it to you. I wish the fuck I could do a British accent, and I wish the hell I had one.
I can't do it.
You can't do what?
Aren't.
A British accent.
You're doing a British accent.
You're doing it right now.
You sound like
If I
you
say-
sound like you come from around Kent, that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I say cunt,
No,
I get
I-
slapped. I get slapped by
I'm
women.
from Russia.
I didn't.
I'm from
I
Russia.
said Kent. Damn it.
No, she says cunt. I can't do it. I said if I say cunt, I get slapped.
Okay.
I thought she said Kursk for a second, so that's never mind. That's a risk joke. The Russian territory, I know.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'll give you guys one more question if you've got one to determine whether it's true or false. That Willow, when she was little, her sister convinced her that she'd been adopted from a Russian family. You don't have to ask a question, but
Which
it's
sister started it?
Huh?
Which
Repeat
sister
that?
started it?
My one that's closest to me in age. She's 7 years older than me. Her name's Emily. She's probably jealous because she's a middle child and I was the youngest child. So she was like, "Hey, I want some of that. I'm gonna make her think she's not a part of us."
Nice.
Oh,
some of us know. Some of us know Emily.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daniel, get your team together.
Team.
Get your tricka together there and figure
I
out.
haven't played this game with Willow before, so I don't know her moves, I want to hear what you guys think.
I mean, I think it's a tough one because if you're 7, you might have thought that it happened like every day, and it was so much more dramatic than it was, and all this stuff happened because you weren't even 7 yet. So they could have said it to her like twice, and she might have believed that they did it to her whole childhood. So that being said, I think sounds like something an older sister would do. I'm going to go with true.
Josh?
I'm gonna go with true. I like that logic.
So guys, this was done to one of my sisters. I have 2 sisters. They did the same thing, not Russia but China, and it was ongoing. This was always brought up in the family for many years. So
does your sister look Chinese?
a little bit.
Yeah.
All
What
of
do
us
Chinese
are.
people actually look like? I mean, come on, big
All
country.
of us have light hair and light eyes, basically, and she has like very dark hair and very dark eyes. So it's kind of an easy thing. I
That's
didn't.
China.
I wasn't part of this.
But you're part of this, so
We believe this is a true story.
We the people.
Sure you do, but it's a lie.
Oh my
Ah,
Wow.
My first
she said my
Nice
first lie.
job.
She's all proud of
well,
herself.
I
My
haven't-
first
Mom
lie.
hasn't given me a lie before, so I'm happy that I pulled it off.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
I gave you that one because I had a feeling you could pull that off. I really did, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good job. Good job, Willow.
My
Goodbye,
question
goodbye.
to Willow was going to be if you look like your other siblings or like Daniel's.
Do I look
sister.
shockingly Russian?
Yes. And they
No, I
look
don't. I
Chinese.
All right. So
You
we're
cheeky
we're-
bugger.
there. All right.
That's a slur. That's a slur to British people. Actually, you're not allowed to say that.
Ah,
Okay.
I
But
can't.
how would we know you were? How would we know you were British? So
I
we're gonna
thought
go
you were
down this
Russian.
way to Joshua. Joshua, are you ready for your thing?
Yes.
We started off
Give
with
it
a
up.
bang.
give it up.
Here we go.
In high school, I cross-dressed a few times.
Who hasn't?
As in, you showed up to school in a dress, or was it not at school? Was it at home, or among friends, just out in the block?
In school.
In school.
Did your school have some sort of uniform or dress code?
No.
Okay.
Was it for fun or was it like part of a club or what?
It was pretty much for fun, yeah.
Where did you get the clothes from?
I wish I knew that. I'm gonna go ahead and say Goodwill.
How
Okay, so was it like
did
your mom's?
A
He
thrift store.
borrowed some of his father's.
My mom, my mom's like 5 feet tall, so those dresses would be like skirts on me.
Joshua? How did
That would violate school dress code.
how did that
I don't
version
know,
of
it's
Santa
like-
Baby go?
I'm sorry. I'm going.
Josh,
Tell you that, but it wasn't much of a beard back then. It was like maybe this.
Yeah.
Josh, while
It was like an Italian grandmom back then.
I fully respect your rights to dress however you want, and however you feel. But was there a reason why you cross-dressed a few times, or was it just like, I'm going to try this out?
I can do it.
You can pull it off.
Pretty much, I can do it. I'm gonna do it.
He had a little black number that was just perfect.
Another
Everyone's got that
question.
black dress.
With
Sorry.
Another
pearls.
question for you. What do you remember? What your outfit looked like? And did you wear two separate outfits when you dressed up, or would you because you said you did it a couple times in high school? Was it multiple outfits, or did you wear the same dress?
Multiple outfits.
He wouldn't be caught dead wearing the same dress.
Oh, I'm
Was
clutching,
it-
clutching my pearls, Aniela.
He may be a cross-dresser, but he's got some self-respect, for God's sake.
I
It's
just
got
wanted to
class.
know, can you describe the outfit?
Good question.
I was gonna say, was it
Uh,
head to toe, or was it like you wore your like Reeboks and then you cross-dressed from the ankle up, or
Well,
what?
that was pretty much the first time. It was like a crappy ballerina dress, and that was mostly it for the first time. The second time, I went full like schoolgirl outfit, like
You found that at a Goodwill?
Ooh. Yeah.
some thrift shop.
See, this fits the whole Santa Baby, Mean Girls,
Yeah.
theme we got going.
And then the third time, I rocked a fucking dress, and I fucking rocked it. Like it was a friend of mine's, and she's just like, "Have this," and I'm like, "Okay."
Some people can, and some people can't. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Are we talking panty, no panty?
Joshua, I have a quick question for you, please.
Yo.
Now, what did your teachers say? Did you get in trouble for dressing like a lady in school? Because I know that happened in my high school. There was at middle school. There was a young man who I actually had a crush on, and he came to school in a dress, and he got sent to the office.
No, I don't think I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble for much more serious shit.
Like what?
Like the stuff he burned down while he was wearing.
Yeah, he burned half of New Jersey.
You pushed the vending machine over.
Turning tricks. That's what you got. Yeah.
What were your friends' reactions, Josh, or people you knew, people around the school? Was this common? Like, did anybody else do this, or was
No,
Like,
I
did
don't
you
think
stand
anyone
up?
else did on those days.
Okay.
They knew I was a little out there, so I would do what I do.
Mm.
Now, Joshua, like you're saying, you do what you do. I have a question for you.
Ah,
What time of year was this? Did you? Because this is New Jersey, right?
No, this was Florida.
No. Oh, okay. Because I was just wondering. Because I was concerned about the weather. Like if it's a dress, if it's like, is it going to be cold or snowy? But if it's in Florida, was it like a sundress? Like
I'm not 100 what those are, but I don't think so.
All right.
Did it have like a pattern? Like, did it have flowers on it or something? Was it just a solid colored dress?
Mostly, they were all solid.
Okay. What colors?
Did you accessorize?
Yeah.
Mm.
Did
I
you have
wore
like
a
a
wig.
purse?
I mean,
You wore a wig?
girls
Yeah.
or-
At least once.
yeah. Okay. Makeup?
No.
No makeup.
Natural.
maybe he's born with it.
Maybe Joshua.
Did you put a little fake beauty mark?
How did it feel?
Well, it's one way to find out, Danny boy. One way to.
I know how it feels.
Joshua, what did you wear underneath?
Underpants.
Yeah, no, but like boxers, briefs, tighty whities, panties.
Pink, satin.
Okay, gotcha. Boxers.
Boxers.
Okay.
How short was the schoolgirl skirt?
Not as short as everyone would like.
I'm sure it was.
How high did you shave?
Damn you, Joshua! Damn you!
Did you ever wear pantyhose or anything like that, like stockings or hose?
I do not believe I have. No.
Did anyone call you a hose?
But that was throughout like the entire high school.
Okay.
One
more
more
question.
question.
Okay.
How did your parents feel about it?
Good question.
They were used to worse, so they took it in stride.
They told him he was Russian.
Pictures were taken. They exist.
Okay, I'm gonna stop proceedings, and I'm gonna have the red team confer,
Sure.
and you tell me and tell the world whether you think it's true or false that in high school Joshua cross-dressed a few times.
What do you guys think?
I think it's false because I think he would remember more details about
Yeah.
what he wore. It wouldn't be like, well, I might have, and I happened to, unless he was trying to act as if it's false.
He
And
also
then
said
it's-
at the beginning that he got the clothes from Goodwill, but then he said his friend gave him a dress.
yeah.
Mm.
And then he said they were
I
solid.
feel
but
like-
schoolgirl outfits are usually plaid, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been a solid.
Damn.
Also,
They're really
is a
they're really putting
ballerina
a case
dress
together
a
here.
thing? Is a ballerina dress a thing? I don't know much about ballerinas, but I know about like the tutu.
You're Russian and you don't know about
ballerina
ballerinas?
That's like the whole
Horrible.
thing.
Horrible
Terrible.
Russian.
I think
alright.
false too.
So Willow and Aniela say false. I also think it's false. Just a few things didn't sit well with the explanation. So we're all saying false, but it's probably going to be true.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It is going to be true.
Is that a picture? Oh, I wish we could see it.
It's hard to see. It's hard to see
Can you
the
lower
picture.
the brightness? Can you lower the brightness on it? I think it's a little too bright. Can you try that again?
Oh God.
We need visual proof.
That's the first time anyone on this show has ever said, "Wow, that's a little too bright."
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
I believe you were in a horror movie I once saw.
Yeah, that hem is as short as we'd like it to be.
Yes, it is. No shorter. No shorter.
I'm gonna need the schoolgirl pictures.
What were you, Sailor Jupiter, or which one?
Okay, so
Wow.
And he wasn't adopted. He still did it.
So sorry about that. Okay, so it's 1-1, which is close to tied. So we move
Close to
upwards. What?
That is tied.
Close to. Blue always gets an advantage because the color's better.
I think this one is bigger slightly than that one. So we move to Aniela. Aniela, are you ready for your thing?
Let's see what happens.
Let's see. Here we go.
Until kindergarten, I did not know my own name.
That's a tough name to say.
Whether this is true or a lie for you, it's a true for me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I was getting it wrong for about a year. I totally get
Probably all three is really.
it. So you didn't think you had a name, or you just were getting it wrong?
No, I had as far as I knew, my name was Nell. It was my nickname.
No?
Nell.
What'd you say?
Nell.
No.
Can you
Nell?
imagine if my
No.
nickname was No?
Well, I thought they were always like, no, no, no. Like they constantly
No.
tell you no. Yeah.
High
What's
school.
your
it
name?
was
No.
bad.
So wait a minute. So in kindergarten, you knew your name. So in kindergarten, you had this like epiphany. Wait a minute, I have a name. It's Aniela. Is that what happened?
Actualized. I was like, I am a human, and there's a name. There's
So
a
deep.
name needed. No, there was we had to write our names for the first time in like they had you like start writing your names, and I wrote my name that I thought I had, and they were like, "That's not your name," and I was like, "What?" And then I wrote like another version of like Nelly, and they're like, "That's not your name," and I was like, and then I wrote Nella, and they were like, "No, that's not your name," and I was like, "Well, what the fuck is my name?"
You were
Like,
cursing?
I had no idea. I was absolutely like, what the fuck was my name?
You fuckers!
You ever hear that? You ever hear that old joke? Is like, how'd you do on the test? Well, at least I got my name right.
Yeah.
She failed her name. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Where was this, Daniela? Where were you living at the time?
Massachusetts.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. They failed you. The education system up there clearly failed you.
Didn't
Well,
know her name and probably couldn't spell the state she was living in. So, which I
honestly, the school system was
It
so
was
much
mass.
better.
It was just mass.
Massachusetts was so
No.
much better than Florida. The moment I came to Florida, I was like, gosh, they were so much worse here.
By worse, what are you meaning?
Swaying in the wind. You see the movie Nell? Nell.
yeah, it goes way back.
It's not on my list.
So this was Tom asked for some fun facts, and you remembered one from pre-kindergarten and decided it was so important you had to send it to Tom. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're really putting a case together there, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
He's checking his notes.
Let's deconstruct
checking
it while we're at it.
trying to stop his phone from beeping. Let me throw
To
it
be fair,
over here.
after you are on this show a couple of times, you start running out of truths to tell that have an interesting story behind them.
I came
So-
up with that one this week.
I do understand that. I do completely understand that. But I'm thinking when you start going pre-kindergarten, you're really, unless you're on your 1000th show, it just seems far-fetced to me.
Hey, Yella,
Well,
this is right when you started kindergarten, as you
Yeah.
recall it?
Yeah, it was right when I started kindergarten. And I remember going back to my grandmother, like, because my grandmother would write our names on like the cups to make sure we didn't like waste cups. And she would write Nell. And I was like, that's not my name. And my
Oh,
grandmother,
this caused a controversy, huh?
yeah, my grandmother would never then like, she couldn't actually like write my own name either. And like, I still to this day, there's people who know me by my nickname and now they try to say me by my name. And these people would like knew before I was born, like they're family, like relative friends, and they still can't pronounce my name. It's Aniela, Aniela. And I'm like, just call me Nell at this point. So they can't say my name either.
Who said that? Grand?
Yeah, my family. At least they didn't tell me I was
Grand say
adopted. At least
Or
they didn't tell me I
Grand.
was adopted.
Yeah.
Did Fot said it? Or Mott? Sorry.
Motter and Potter.
Moth,
Just
moth-
shortening everything. So
We got it.
sounds
We got
weird.
it. We didn't laugh. We didn't not laugh because we didn't get it.
I felt if I explained it would become funnier. You know, anytime you can explain a joke, it's funnier.
In a meta sort of way, yes. Any more questions for Nell?
Why was there a shortage of cups in your house?
That'll help us get to the bottom of this name thing.
Yeah.
It was my grandmother's house, and you don't want to waste things back in the 80s.
Were they Dixie cups, red Solo cups?
Yeah, they were like Dixie red Solo cup, kind of like
red Solo cup.
Yeah. For those of you who aren't Cuban, we do that too.
Okay, so now that we've got the cups sorted out, any other questions about that?
Until kindergarten, I did not know my own name.
Wait, Dash, is that why Cuban babies also get the name bracelet? So they don't mix up with... Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Does your cup match your bracelet?
Okay, Blue Team.
Don't want to mix up the babies.
Is it true or is it false that until kindergarten, Aniela did not know her own name?
I guess the only... Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say there's some there's some convincing details, but also I have a kid in primary school, and they don't start writing their name right at the beginning of kindergarten. So it's like they wouldn't have the class try to write their name until a little bit later.
Because it's Massachusetts, and Florida sucks in their educational system.
No, I don't think
this is correct.
I don't. When it comes to that, the basics of being able to write ABCs, that's not like day one of kindergarten, right?
Well, no, you're right. It's not. But Nell might have a different outlook on that time period.
Yeah, Florida's behind. I was doing that shit in kindergarten. Yeah.
Well, I mean, right. I asked her if it was right at the beginning of kindergarten.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you would learn. But my question is, would you have a big epiphany, like enough, like, oh my God, this isn't my name, and a whole thing now?
I was really upset about it, so I ended up telling it to Tom.
You don't have to actually answer. These are,
Yeah, that wasn't the question. This was me talking to Daniel.
they had their chance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say false, just because I don't think in kindergarten you have big epiphanies.
What do you think, Josh?
I believe it's a lie. I don't believe a teacher would be like, okay, no, try again. No, try again. No, try again. I think they'd be like, okay, no, that's not your fucking name. Your name is Aniela.
So Aniela had a lot of amazing details, and this could be true, but all of us are just kind of feeling it's a lie. So we're going to go with lie.
Okay, you're going to go with lie. Well, it's true. There you go.
Wow.
All right, Nell.
So far, no one has guessed correctly.
Doing great tonight.
Of losers.
All right, we need a fact that happened past the age of 14. Much easier.
We're digging deep at this point, anyway.
Yeah, we really are.
Yeah, I told you.
I poo-pooed when I was 2.
Okay, so we move on down. Moving on down to Daniel. Are you ready for yours, sir?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Here we go.
I once skipped Hebrew school by hiding in a storage space for tourists.
Question.
For the Gentiles in the audience, I want to explain what Torahs are.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I am. I'm not practicing. I'm not practicing. Come on,
show me your.
I'm funny, and I'm always tense. I mean, I have to be Jewish.
So your sister thought she was a Chinese Jew?
No, she was told that she was left on her doorstep in a wicker basket. So
Can you still remember?
It's like a Gilgamesh type of tale going on. Anyway.
Can you still remember the prayer from your bar mitzvah? Sorry.
So if we want to go into that, you have a certain amount of time to memorize the whole prayer you have to do, and right. I really couldn't read Hebrew after like 13 years of Hebrew school. So the lady, we had like 2 weeks to go. She recorded herself singing the whole thing onto a cassette. I heard that and I memorized it in like 2 days.
Wow, nice.
Just because
how
my
I
brain
do
worked
it.
that way.
Okay,
ask me today?
Todd Rice. Todd Rice, the only person in our audience who will get the joke he just wrote.
I know. I like that one.
No, I got it.
I like that one.
I said
I don't, what
well
is
done,
it?
sir. Well done, sir.
There we go. There's the
Daniel,
question. What is the Torah?
Where did they keep the Torah, and why was it big enough for you to hide it?
So the main Torah is basically at the back of the stage, at the back of the bima, and that's like a really holy one. There was a storage room off to the side of the synagogue in the back. And if you go in there, there's just a bunch of old dusty shit and a bunch of like old Torahs were just kind of strewn about.
And a Torah is?
A Torah is it's like a big scroll type holy book of the Old Testament, and it's completely in Hebrew, and it's like heavy as shit. It's like you can't really tell how big I'm talking
new
about.
Torahs? Like, I feel like we're not actually asking the question about what happened. We're just testing him on his Judaism. But,
We don't believe
Okay, you guys want to see it? All right, I get it.
I don't know that
I feel like, yeah, that's not proof. I'm Catholic.
Yeah, right.
Why did you want to escape Hebrew school so bad?
There we go. That's the question.
At that point in my life, I was just kind of shitty, and I didn't like being in Hebrew school. I disrupted class quite often. I wasn't learning anything because I wasn't paying attention, and I just started pulling shit like that. And so I
didn't want to be a part of the right to left movement.
Did anybody ever find you?
Did you guys?
Storage?
Wait, one at a time, folks.
Sorry, go on.
Go, Willow. No, go, Willow.
Did anybody ever find you in the Torah storage and be like, "What are you doing?"
So it was only one time that I hid in there, and I was in there, and the friggin' rabbi walked in to do something, didn't notice me, and walked out. Yeah. Fucking Mission Impossible.
Were you good at hiding?
He had the scroll all on him.
More like a mitzvah impossible, but
Mitzvah impossible.
He mitzvah.
Wow, that was fantastic.
God.
This Torah will
he wasn't Catholic. He didn't mind going into the closet.
Right.
Yikes.
Daniel, what did you do while you were in there during Hebrew school? Cause that's a while. What did you?
I don't remember. But when just think about it. When you're that age and you're trying to pull some shit, you don't think it through like that, you know.
How old were you?
This is before bar mitzvah, right? Because right after bar mitzvah, you never go to temple again. So I would have had to have been 11 or 12.
Until your kids start going to Hebrew school.
And did you only did it once because the rabbi coming in terrified you so much that you were like, okay, too risky?
I only remember pulling that off. I only remember doing that one time. To be honest with you.
So you never caught?
I wasn't
never
caught.
got in trouble for it.
But I only remember skipping out of class from Hebrew school one time. I remember disrupting classes quite a bit, though.
How did you know when it was time to come out?
That I don't even remember. You know.
What was where were you? Where was your Hebrew school? Were you in Florida? Were you in Boca?
So this was in Broward.
Boca is part of Florida.
This was in Broward.
Yeah, Florida or Boca.
But I originally lived in Kendall. Hey, big up Kendall. And I was going to Hebrew school down there for quite a while. But then this was in Broward.
He originally lived in Kendall, but he couldn't get a minion there, so moved a little further north to Broward. No one gets that either. Todd will get it. No. Any other questions for Daniel? Red Team? Is it true or false that he once skipped Hebrew school by hiding in a storage space for Torahs?
Did your parents ever find out that you skipped?
So they didn't, but one day my mom got a phone call on a Saturday or something, or Sunday. It would have been Sunday school. She got a phone call from either a teacher or the cantor or the rabbi. I don't remember. They called her and they said, "Do you know that your son is skipping he's not in class, and all the kids said that he's skipping right now, and we want you to know what's going on. And my mom was like, he's at his fucking dad's for the weekend, and hung up.
Wow. Okay.
So my doing it that one time gave me this reputation with the other kids, I guess.
Okay, what was your Haftarah portion? Sing it out. Sing it right out.
I don't know it. I don't know it.
Baruch atah
They do a like when you're actually reading the real shit. There's all these similar phrases and sounds, and the lady highlighted them in these different colors, and it just repeats itself. Da 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 da. That's as Jewish as I get, guys. You're
I
welcome.
know the exact phrase.
No, I need an answer from from the red team. This was a charming little segment. I need an answer from the red team. Is it true or false that Daniel once skipped Hebrew school by hiding in a storage space for Torahs? Dash, get your team.
Yeah, what do you think, ladies?
I think true.
This feels true to me.
I think true. It's sort of a really lame thing to lie about.
Well, the fact that he said, "Oh, well, I actually only did it once," it's like, okay, well.
Sure. Yeah, after you do it once, you're like, this was really boring. I'd rather just be in Hebrew school.
And then be a pain in the butt. Also, I feel like when he admitted, like, I don't remember what I did, like that, like, because I feel like if he was lying, he would maybe make up those empty points rather than saying, I don't remember that.
Right.
So here's a little pro tip for the next two people who are going to play Dash and Dash.
Yeah.
So just say, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I play the fifth.
The glove doesn't fit.
Okay.
The glove doesn't fit.
Yeah, I think we're going to say true. We're going to say true.
You're going to say true. That it turns out that it is true.
Yes.
Somebody actually got something. Yes.
You know,
Damn it! Damn it!
you know. It's good.
Okay.
If Casey were here, I'm pretty sure he'd be like, Daniel's fucking lying. That's all.
Okay.
Never lie about religion.
Yeah, right.
God punishes. God will punish.
Yeah. Okay, Dash, we move up to you. Are you ready for yours?
I am ready.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to get serious here. We're losing.
You're not losing. You're just the opposite of winning. Here we go.
Yeah.
Dash. Let me make sure I get the right one. That's you.
I once went to an emergency room to have a raisin removed from my ear.
How did the raisin get in your ear?
Well, I put it there.
I
I don't like raisins. I should probably preface this by saying that.
Why did you put it in your ear?
Because I don't like raisins.
Do you not like your ear?
Yeah,
No, I didn't like them, and I was made to eat them.
I think this is where you're supposed to say, I don't know.
How old were you when this happened?
Oh shit! I was young. It was definitely before 6th grade. Do I want to say like 8 or 9, maybe?
And you jammed a raisin
In my ear,
in your ear. Left ear or right ear?
right ear.
Wait a minute.
Who does that though?
All right. I gotta
You
think.
know, who does that?
Hold on, it's chopping up. What was that?
Who does that?
What, sticking a raisin in their ear?
Yeah.
I had this like period of time where I would just like randomly stick things in my ear.
In your ear.
Yeah. Like I used to take pencils.
I guess I'll take these off.
Yeah. I used to take pencils and then just hold the pencils there. I remember doing Play-Doh once.
Is there some reason why you couldn't use one of those pencils to take the raisin out of your ear?
Yeah.
No, because it just it probably would have sunk him in even more.
I was worried it was a grape when you stuck it in, and then,
There was a raisin when it came out.
yeah.
It was a chocolate covered raisin.
So you didn't like raisins, but you were fed this raisin even though you didn't like them. Is that correct?
Yeah, they gave all that was left in the for a snack was, I remember the little box of raisins, and then I remember they gave them to me because it was snack time and there wasn't anything else for snacks.
Who's they? The school? Your parents?
My parents.
So you had a box of raisins.
Yeah.
And one of them, just one of them, you're like, this one right here.
So
but
wait,
the other one's like,
well, because I wasn't
learn from this.
I wasn't eating the raisins. I like poured them out and I was like moving them around and playing with them. I was doing everything with the raisins but eating them.
See, what I like about this show is that we get to hear people say sentences that no one on earth has ever said.
wait. So Dad, what happens next? What happens next? Like, you go, Mom, Dad, I think I put a raisin in and it's not coming back out. What happens next?
So this part I remember pretty well. I remember, so the raisin was in there, and I couldn't get my fingers in far enough to grab it.
Right.
And then I started realizing that every time I tried, it just pushed it in further. So then slowly the freaking out started happening. So
you know when like a sock falls like by the side of the dryer, and you know where between that and the wall, and you're like, oh fuck, that pair of socks is done. That's what happened with your ear.
So no, it was like a gradual freak out. So it was just like, oh crap. But I'm a little kid, so I don't like. Obviously, I'm not like realizing the moment, but it's just like, and the more I tried to get it out, the more it was pushing it in, until finally I went full cry.
Dash.
So many questions.
So that was like 9. So you're telling me there was 9 levels of this raisin crab, 9 levels of depth in that ear,
and then it fell out the other side, right?
Yeah. Rattled around.
It was like.
Dash, you have a raisin in your ear. I can't hear you. I have a raisin in my ear.
That was where I was gonna go. Could you hear with that raisin in your ear, or did that affect your hearing?
I honestly don't remember, if I'm being honest with you.
There we go.
There you go, Daniel Line. Dash, I have a question.
No, it was only one ear, so I can still hear it there.
All right, I have a question. This is not, you're 7 to 9-ish, and this is snack time, and you don't like raisins. So is this the first time you had raisins, or do your parents not listen to you as a child?
They had raisins in their ears, so they'd probably.
It's genetic.
There was a lot of things that I didn't like that they would still try to get me to eat, even though I didn't like it. So like black rice and beans, right? Which we call.
Go in your ear?
No. I'm just saying,
watch that rice.
I didn't like to eat. Like black rice and beans, I didn't like to eat
until your ear hole.
They kept trying to get me to eat them.
So this wasn't your first time eating raisins?
I had tried them before, yeah, and I didn't like it.
Okay, I'm going to stop us here.
I have so many questions.
I have so many more questions, man, about a raisin in the ear. This is crazy.
We'll ask them afterwards, but the blue team needs to get together.
I just need to know how they got it the hell out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can we have one more question, Tom?
Yes, go ahead.
How did you get it out?
Hold on. Can I preface that question with, did your mom ever think to get tweezers to get it out?
Sorry, you broke up. What was that?
Did your mom ever think to get tweezers? Did your mom try to get it out herself before taking you to the hospital?
No.
What did they do at the hospital?
They just went in. I didn't even go all the way inside. Like the nurse just came out with a set of those tweezer things and took them out.
Okay, blue team, I need you to decide whether it's true or false that Dash once went to an emergency room to have a raisin removed from his ear. True or false, guys?
Guys, what do you think?
Well, he didn't get to the emergency room. She took care of him outside.
I mean, it was at the emergency. Semantics.
Oh.
He went to an emergency room.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, honestly, my instincts are pushing towards a complete lie, but I've been wrong for this is about the third time that I've been on here that I've been completely wrong every guess. So I'm very insecure right now, but I feel a lie.
This show will do that. Yeah.
Make you question humanity.
Like, what mother doesn't grab tweezers and get it out herself? That's the part that is weird.
This is tough because, I mean, logically, this could really happen. You know what I mean? It absolutely could happen. And kids that age eat raisins and hate raisins.
And put them in their ears.
With raisins.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a thing about putting.
Josh, what do you think?
They're like pockets.
He's got an ear fetish.
Oh, look, I got a coin out of your ear. He's like, oh, I can put raisins in there.
He's like, oh, what's this? Oh, my God, a beer I got in there.
Josh, what do you think?
I think it's a lie.
Oh, man. Well, Tom, I heard it through the grapevine that this is a bullshit story. So,
what do you think?
We're going to go with lie.
You're going to go with lie. Well, it turns out you're absolutely right. It is.
Yes, finally, the three of us have united.
Oh. I didn't know how much I needed that to be a lie.
I was like, no Cuban mother is going to spend money at an emergency room to take a raisin out of her son's ear.
No mother.
Dude, my mother would have had a garden hose outside, spray me with the handle.
Yeah.
You dumb son of a bitch!
Baby.
Oh, man.
Okay, so
Good job.
we're closing in on something. It's 3-2. So now
Quick point here.
This is a lot of pressure.
Tom made this up. That means Tom put a raisin in his ear at some point.
no.
He's like, what?
It's a weird fetish Tom has.
I did not put a raisin in my ear. My real Russian mother taught me never to do that. Okay, so we're moving. It's 3-2. We're moving down to the Dan, are you ready?
Let me get my elderly reading glasses on. Okay,
great, good. Now we can see you better. Here we go. Which one is? Yeah, well, I don't. It's Dan, not Daniel. Here we go.
Which one?
There you are.
Dan, thanks to my brother, I spent a night in jail.
Okay.
Is the thanks being sarcastic?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. Could you please rephrase it in the form of a question?
When you say thanks to my brother, do you mean thanks or like I am not thankful to my brother? Forgive. I'm joking. All right. So, what did your brother do to get?
Well, hey.
Yeah, tell the story.
So my brother, he lost his license, and since we're not twins, he gave my name, and he got a speeding ticket in my name, and he never paid the ticket. Is what happened.
Oof.
Did they take you to jail for not paying a speeding ticket?
Well,
in Mother Russia,
not normally. They don't. If you pay it, they don't. But if you eventually becomes a warrant, that's when you go to jail. Yeah, the warrant part is jail time.
Okay, so that means if you had a warrant out for you, how did you then get grab the attention of the police to then get arrested?
Good question. That's a very good question, and I'm going to answer it to the most truthful I can answer. No, seriously, I was staying in an apartment at the time with my mom's ex-boyfriend, and he had a warrant.
What?
And they were arresting him. And then when I came outside, a call came on the radio. They said, at that site we also have another guy, Daniel Fortin, and he has a warrant. So then I said, at that point, it got like way crazy.
Hey.
I started to go back inside and said I wasn't Dan.
Dude, what did you live with the outsiders? What kind of our gang?
Yeah, we every now and then we met in the courtyard and.
You want to stay out of jail, Dan. Stay out of jail because you come out of jail with like raisins in your ears.
It's your ex-boyfriend.
You living with your mother's ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend?
I was living with my mom's ex-boyfriend. Yes.
After how long ago have they dated? And then
she passed away actually, so it's ex by she passing away.
Okay,
you
so
know, and it's
okay.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I don't mean to. I don't want to make it grim, but yeah, she passed away, and then me and him moved in together.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one or two more questions, Red Team, to determine whether or not it's true.
I mean, these are like huge life questions now. We're asking.
How did you get? So you only spent a night in jail. How did you get out of it?
He rolled three. He rolled doubles.
Well, funny. I was able to make a phone call only because one of the guys in jail was a drug dealer that I knew, and he got me a phone call. So after I made the phone call, I was able to be bailed out.
Okay.
Did you ever get arraigned or charged with anything?
I did have to go to court, but they did not convict because the cop could not prove identity because me and my brother look nothing alike.
Okay, that's it.
He's Russian.
So you spent the night in Lubyanka. Okay, so is it true or false, Red Team, that thanks to his brother, he spent a night in jail?
If it is true, I did not realize that's how the law works, where it's like, hey, we're going to arrest this guy at his house. Hey, I recognize you. We also need to pick you up and take you back. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that part's a little convoluted. And the fact that he moved in with the ex, I've had
a warrant out for my arrest because of the same thing. So that is possible. But usually you just pay it and you're done. You don't go to jail.
So what are you saying? True or false?
I'm thinking lie. What do you guys think?
It's Dan.
If we get it wrong, we tie.
That's true. If we get it wrong, we tie. If we get it right, we win. So all right. So I'm going to say lie.
Okay, we'll go with you. Got your back.
You're saying lie, but it's true.
Damn it.
I knew it.
Funny little side story. I was in 2 jails that night because my uncle was supposed to bring the bail money to the first jail, and they said, "Do not bring cash. You have to bring a check." And the guy bought a freaking check, and then they moved me to the state prison to spend overnight because he didn't bail me out the right way. And I did run into a drug dealer friend of mine that did get me a phone call. That was actually a true story. I used to work in an all black nightclub, and this dude used to.
Should I have some software here that that pixelizes your face whenever you come onto our show, so that you don't get in trouble?
Danny's life is an endless Nordic track of these stories.
Yeah. Just don't look up Philadelphia Mafia.
I won't. I promise I won't look that up. Oh shit! We have to go to a tiebreaker.
Don't count us out! Don't count us out!
Here we
go.
Count us out! Here's the tiebreaker.
Go team.
I once traveled 100 miles round trip just to get a cup of coffee.
It's
100 miles round trip.
What was so special about the coffee?
It was this was a long time ago. There was no such thing as Starbucks. I know it's hard to believe. There was no such thing. And
Stone Bucks.
They paid with clams.
He had his feet were on the bottom of the car like
it was one of these things that my friends and I used to do. We used to call them fiascos. Gary would knock on the door because or pound on the window because there was no phones. And hey, let's have a fiasco, because we used to get in trouble for nothing and do stupid shit for nothing. So let's plan on doing stupid shit. So Why don't we get a cup of coffee? All right, great. And let's go to Chock full of Nuts. Now, Chock full of Nuts was a brand of coffee, and it was also a very famous restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. So someone said, let's go to Chock full of Nuts. And we lived out in Eastern Long Island. So we said, well, that's like 50-mile drive. And who drives into the city? Yeah, perfect. Let's do that. So we drove all the way in, got a cup of coffee, turned around and went back.
How was it?
I don't remember. There.
How old were you all?
17.
Did they write your name on the cups?
I chiseled them. Yeah.
Was this during the day or was it at night?
Evening.
Evening. Okay.
And what were you? What did you drive there?
My car. No. Yes, my car.
Kind
It was they don't have them. It was a Plymouth.
How much were the tolls to get in?
There were no tolls.
That time.
There were no tolls on the southern state.
roads? We didn't need roads.
We had jetpacks.
Did you park in the city? Did you had to park, or did you guys just like quickly get in? And
parking fees. Yeah, yes. It wasn't as bad then as it is now. You could pull up somewhere and park if you were lucky, and walk a bit. But we weren't there very long. You know.
Were you in school?
What?
Were you in school? Because you were 17. Were you in high school?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this was like the weekend, or was it the summer?
Good question. I don't remember. It was warm. It wasn't the winter, I can tell you that. But it was probably during the school year. But I can't swear to it. 2 more questions and we're done.
Do you remember how long the total trip took?
It took a little more than an hour to get there, and a little less than an hour to get back.
How many people went?
5, including me.
Who rode bitch?
That would be Al. Okay, that's it. I need thumbs up, thumbs down, whether you believe or not that Tom once traveled 100 miles round trip just to get.
Quick thing, guys. Before we vote, you know that if you guys vote the same amount of ups and downs that we vote, then he has to do another tiebreaker.
Is that true?
He's always, when Casey's not here to break the show, she tries to break the show.
I know enough zero-sum games to not trust her. So
Yeah.
go how you want. Go how you want.
All right.
Go. I'm gonna call it for the blue team because the blue team doesn't have any dicks on it.
No dick. Wait a minute. What do you mean no dicks?
Make it cross-dress just once, and people will say whatever they want to say.
Yeah, one guy wears a dress.
Wait,
I'll take it.
true or not?
I will take it.
Was it true? Was it false?
It was true.
Damn! I felt like it was a lie. Because I knew Chock full of nuts. I just didn't think it was like a restaurant.
I thought it was actually true, but I just really had to see. I had to test that theory that we got. And it was worth it.
Next time you vote first.
Now we know, Aniela. Now we know what happened.
Well, that was fun. I enjoyed
Aniela did the what's his name? What he did.
How many times have women looked at me and said? Thank you guys. In case I didn't mention it there, that happened. Hey,
I go for being a dick. I'm okay with that. It was worth it.
Kitty Improv premieres Monday at 7:30. Be there. Check it out.
Dash, you're supposed to look more excited when he announces that.
I know, I'm late.
That's like, ooh.
Yeah, right here on Facebook, if that's where you're watching this. See you there. So, Willow, Aniela, Dash, Danny, Daniel, Joshua, thank you very much. Any quick little comment or parting words?
For enough money, I'll dress like that again.
I'm in
Sorry,
50
go
bucks.
for me.
I'm in 50, but we need a stage. We need a stage walk.
Whatever you pay, I will double it so that you don't dress like that.
It's one of those situations. You know?
I want a bow right around the beard. So he just like puts a little dog bow.
How about a couple? Like a couple.
Well, good night, everybody. Don't forget, it's Willow. We will.
Willow the Russian.
Willow the Russian.
Willow.
До свидания.
До свидания, Willow.